So here we are, guys, reviewing this awesome puzzle cuboid. It's called the Square-1. I'm sure you guys remember the video I did a couple weeks ago. Actually, it's a couple months ago, but yeah, this super square one. That's basically the same principle. Instead of having 4 layers, we got only 3, and not this rotating piece in the middle. But it's basically the same principle as this one, and also I have the mega square one, but not with me. I'll leave a picture right about here. That's the mega square one. Basically, it's the same thing as this one. Instead of having these pieces split in half, well, it's just one big piece. So here we are, Square-1. Pretty amazing cube. I had a lot of fun with this cube. Actually, I still do have a lot of fun. I don't play with it quite as often as I used to, but it's still a lot of fun. So how about a little size comparison compared to the Rubik's 3x3x3? The size, it's pretty much the same thing. As you can see, the layers are not all the same size, but overall it's about the same height. Maybe a little tiny bit smaller, but yeah, it's a little bit smaller. Not much, just a little bit, but yeah. So that's the size comparison. Looks a lot like this one, almost the same size, but not quite the same. And the turning quality on this puzzle is amazing. Right out of the box, it turned really well. I did a little bit, but I would not really had to do it. I still did it, but now the turning quality is amazing. It's outstanding how good it turns. As you can see, it turns really well. These faces, I can like push it and it like keeps turning. As you can see, it's really good turning quality. Same thing on the other side. Really good. And of course, this middle slice thing here is not as good, but it's still really good. So turning quality on this puzzle, I would say it's almost perfect. You still need to lube it, but otherwise it's still pretty good. And the popping, is it possible that when you play with this puzzle, pieces will be popping out everywhere? I don't actually know, because it never happened to me. I did try to open it and see what it looks like inside. Never managed to find how to do it. So I'm pretty sure it's pretty hard to have a piece pop out. At some point, I know this piece here, I think. This one? Is it this one? I don't think it is. I had like a piece that unglued itself. I just need to, there we go, it's this one here. So it's not actually a piece popping out, it's more like a face that I need to glue back on. But once it's gonna be glued back, it's gonna stay like that. So popping quality, sturdiness, whatever, it's really sturdy. It's a little bit wobbly, if I can say it like this. You see that it's loose. Of course, it's because it turns really well, but you don't feel like you have much control on this cube. It's easy to like just hit it a little bit and it turns a lot. So at some point it might get frustrating having to, like, you turn the face too much, you have to bring it back a little bit. It might get frustrating, but otherwise, sturdiness, popping, it's pretty good. It never happened before. Never had a piece pop out. I never forced it in the, like, trying to break it, because I don't feel like breaking it today. And I won't feel like breaking it tomorrow, so I will never probably open this cube, because if I do, I might break it, and then I won't feel great about that. So sturdiness, pretty good. 10 on 10 for that. And the difficulty, well, compared to this 3x3, it's obviously a little bit harder, because once you start turning it up and scrambling it up, you get all this shape shifting thing that happens. It's actually pretty scary once you reach a point where, like, you get kind of what I call the lemon. By lemon, I mean this thing here. It looks like a lemon. You have this star right there. At that point, you get the idea of, like, you don't know what you're doing anymore. You're just finding a way to put it back how it's supposed to be. But yeah, it's pretty hard. You get lost sometimes, but once you get the trick, you will get it forever. It's like bicycling. Once you know it, you will never forget it. It's that type of puzzle, which is pretty cool. So yeah, basically, it's harder than this one. You get a good challenge on it, but once you do figure it out, you'll have it figure it out for the rest of your life. Well, by the rest of your life, I mean like almost. Of course, if you don't do it for 10 years, you might have a hard time figuring out how to solve it again. But it stays in your head, all the algorithms. If you look on the web, they are pretty easy to understand and all of that. So that's a pretty cool puzzle. Overall, do I recommend this cube? I'd say if you're looking for a little bit challenge, a bit more than this one, yes, buy it. It's pretty cool. You'll have tons of fun with it. And your friends will see that thing and they'll be thinking like, if you can solve this, you are really good. So that's a good thing to have. You should try it, buy it. I'll leave a link in the description below the video for a website to go buy this cube. So go for it, guys. If you have that money to spend, buy that cube. It's really worth it. So thanks for watching, guys. This cube is amazing. It's called a Square-1 once again. Square-1, pretty cool. Buy it. Thanks for watching, guys. Like the video. You can subscribe if you feel like it. And don't forget, share it with all your friends that like puzzle, cubes, and all of that. So once again, bye-bye.